I like watching single men go to Vegas. It's my favorite thing ever. There's a series of YouTube channels where guys will go to Vegas, and he's just like, all right, we're down on Fremont, and they kind of like they put their fingers together like, we're down on Fremont, and I think I'm ready for a nice steak. Down here at the Golden Nugget, which has one of Vegas's best steaks. Let's go get it. And it's like really shitty B-roll, whatever. And at the end of the day, they always tell you how much they spent. Yep. So at the Golden Nugget, the steak, I spent $750, which is a bit excessive, but surely a once in a lifetime treat. They kind of do that kind of shit. I love it. Love it. Yeah. They also do like pool reviews. Paris, circa whatever the fuck it is, in Vegas has one of the best pools, and I would rate that 3 Bahama Mamas out of 4.
Yeah.
Bingo. My name's Stretch.
This is the last time you mess with Stretch.
And fade.
You can picture it. You can picture me, little Porky.
Absolutely. If people don't realize that the Noel he has a lot of dietary restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't expect it. You would just think that you're a clean cut guy. You know what I mean? You're just like, nah, I just don't do that. You know what I mean?
No.
But now it's just your literal limitations to what you can put in your body. But I think that if you could have a lot of spicy stuff, or if you could like drink beer or something like that, you'd be a little chunker, dude. A little Porky Pig.
I think so too, man. I think so too. I've had phases. I've had like chunker faces. Like,
really?
Yeah, truly.
I showed Allison you with hair, and that fucked her up.
Why? She hated it?
No, it's just you don't expect it now. You know what I mean? You kind of had like a haircut there for a while. And now seeing what you have now, what you have now is very, very, it's nice. You know what I mean?
Dude, that haircut was so bad.
What was that? Was that just like you trying to fit in at work, or what was that?
Yeah, 100%. I thought that made me,
Yeah, it's the style.
A respectable man.
Yeah, that's a respectable boy. Definitely. Yeah, no, I'd love to see you as a little porker, dude, a little Porky Pig popping out, giving us a, that's all, folks, kind of deal.
Yeah.
Because the funny thing about you is that you would have one of those funny things that fat people do sometimes. Like, you see like a fat person that like dresses up really nice, and you're like, well, first off, you look like a clown. Like, it looks like somebody did this to you.
That's exactly what I think, actually.
Every time I see it. Especially, they always wear like stuff that you would find at like American Eagle.
Mm-hmm.
Really light blue Levi, or really light blue jeans with like with the cuff rolled up, and they wear white shoes.
You know what I really respect, dude? When a really heavy set Dominican male or something in New York wears like a white T-shirt that with a thin fabric, like in the summer in New York, knowing that the sweat is going to,
it's going to be transparent. It's going to be like an oily napkin.
I have so much respect for that, because he's like, I want to wear this.
I look good,
and I'm wearing this.
Yeah, I'm comfortable.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, those people, and that's just what I was going to say about you too. Is I feel like you would have the thing where it's like, if you're a fat man, you have to have this kind of beard, which is like you see, it covers it. You can't have the fucking chin strap. That's like, it's like almost like the chin strap of hair is holding all of the fat in your neck, and then it's just like a bald like toad underneath it. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what you'd have, and you'd rock the same gold chain. I don't, because I'm
skinny, but keep going.
The whole thing too is your chain's very big now, but if your neck was fat, it would be like little chokers, and that's what would be cute about you. You wear gold chokers. You're like, I'm looking fresh, man. I'm looking straight. This is fire, bro.
If I was a porker, dude,
showing your watches and shit.
Yeah, if I was a porker, I'd have earrings too. I'd 1,000%.
Oh, big earrings, and you'd be muffin topping your wrist with like a gold watch,
1,000%, man.
Dude, look at that, man. Yeah. For real, this is fire, man.
I don't even empathize with you though, man, because you're Porky by choice, man.
I don't think it's that. I just think I think it's just one of those things where you're just settled. You're way too settled. That's the thing, dude. You're settled. The thing too is people are like, "How could you live like this?" You know what I mean? People say that a lot. I could never see myself doing that. It's like,
yeah. How do you feel when you see these those optimal living guys bagging on a big lifestyle? How do you feel when
like-
you see those guys just
Well, first off, do you mean optimal living by the guys who are like, I wake up at 4:30?
Yeah, and they're all on roids and
One, they've never had a relationship that's lasted more than 5 years. Two,
with anything.
those people are the most insecure people on planet Earth.
Yeah.
And I think 3, they hate themselves. I don't know. To have a 6-pack, to strive for a 6-pack, to me, that's a no fun person. It's no fun. If somebody has a 6-pack, I'm like, I understand that you are not a fun person.
Yeah.
It's like a red flag for me.
Yeah.
For even like friends, like friendships. Look at this. I'm like, we have nothing in common. I can tell that right there.
You know what I've also noticed too is you ever note like the big guys that cross over to sexy 6-pack? You ever notice how culty those guys get? You know?
Well, yeah, because it's like you have to. It's like a fucking Heaven's Gate thing, dude. It's like you're living in Jonestown. Because people are like, you guys want to grab beers? We're like, dude, are you kidding me? All those fucking carbs? Yeah, right, man.
Yeah.
So it's
or
that
like,
kind of thing.
It just feels, I always feel like they kind of the same vibe as like a youth pastor. Like if you bring up something, they kind of condescend you a little bit and go, you know, man, I used to live that lifestyle.
Oh, the youth oh, no. You're maybe thinking the regular youth pastors couldn't be cooler cats. I love youth pastors.
You would say?
Oh, I love youth pastors. Youth pastors are always just like, what are you into there? Beyblade? Like, you know who also likes to spin? God. They don't put down anything you do. They just always associate everything that you love with also being like, Christ likes doing that.
Actually, yeah, you're right.
That's radical. They say that.
It's not. It's not a youth pastor I'm thinking of. Sorry,
It's just a pastor in general.
Yeah, or you know what? It's just like people who like are trying to replace something really brutal with God. You know what I mean? Mm. And I feel like sometimes the people who cross over into that fitness lifestyle, they become like a zealot like that, where they're like,
well, that's they definitely get the martyr mentality. Yeah, when they're like, I used to be like you, but then I gave over. I like pretty much stripped away who I was, that negative part of myself, and now I'm happy. And it's like you look back then, the guy was like the nicest guy ever. And then he like got a 6-pack and he's just like, why is every woman I meet just like the most stuck up bitch on earth? That's what it's always like. It's like, yeah, dude, it's her for sure. I used to know this guy named Zeke. And I was like, you're just born to lose, dude. That's like a straight up fucking Motorhead thing. That's a born to lose right there. I'm Zeke.
Why was he born to lose?
Your name's Zeke.
Yeah.
What's name? Think of one guy where his name is Zeke, that he's just not one. These are hand in hand. A realtor, which is also the worst person on earth.
Yeah.
Right. Realting is probably where dreams go to die, I think.
I mean, yeah, realtor is like that's like people who
it's always the third strategy, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to be a painter, that didn't work. I got into online apparel, that didn't work. I went into realty. That's kind of that's the strategy with realty.
Yeah. I actually know a dude who got really successful off of pyramid schemes, and he's now a realtor. And
oh, lucky.
You know, man, I almost, I don't like the guy, but I do. I'm not impressed because I don't want to give him any credit, but I'm always astonished by the commitment he has to the sale. This dude, I hadn't spoken to him in like maybe 5 or 6 years at least. And then from the last time we spoke, it had been about that same, time frame. So the last time I spoke to him, he was like, yo, man, what are you up to these days? And, I know what he's angling on. I'm like, nothing, man, just working. He's like, what do you do for work? I'm like, I write code now. And he was like, oh. And there's a long pause on the Facebook Messenger, and then he followed up with, well, man, if you want to make money on the side, I have a great way to do that. And I was like, I'm good, bro. He messaged me, I think about a year ago, and he goes, yo, man, I saw you blew up on Instagram. Congratulations. If you're looking to buy a house, let me know. I'm like, fucking A, man.
He's doing the rounds, dude.
Just cold calling, no matter what, man.
Yeah, there's no actual conversation. It's a pitch always.
Yeah. Anyways, we're getting off track here.
I just wish that I wish I could swindle people in a pyramid scheme. I wish I could be good at that.
Yeah.
I don't think I could ever sell anything. I don't think I could sell anything.
This is kind of like, man, I think you got to be positive to yourself, dude. This is kind of like when you said, you couldn't just give us a clean what it is, ho. I think you could.
I don't think I did.
No. Dude, how do you honestly think you would try to sell if you were tasked like
that's
gun
the thing
to your
is, I
head.
feel like I would be like, yeah, they're bars that are meant to lose. You're supposed to lose weight with them. I haven't seen it work yet, but I think they're probably good. But some of those people that swindle that, I tried this guy that was running a pyramid scheme. He stopped me on the street the other day, and it was like people who are out there and they're kind of trying to get like one of those things where they're like, it's like they're kind of dressed up like people that are like looking for signatures, and you're like, I'll sign something, sure. He sits there and he does this whole thing, and he's like talking with me. He's a young guy.
Yeah,
he's probably 22.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, so how you doing today? He's like, so when's your birthday? He's like, everything he does, there's always a joke after it.
Yeah.
So how old are you? What did you just turn 21? That kind of thing. And you're like, oh God, it's this kind of thing. And it's joke after joke after joke. And then finally he hands me an iPad, and I thought I was just gonna have to sign something. And he's like, so we do this thing where it's $34 a month. And I'm like, no, there's no way. And he's like, well, and I don't think anyone's ever just like flat been like, no. Because by that time, I think that as people are so pressured, they're like, okay, well, I guess I'm just going to commit.
Yeah.
And by that time, he was like, well, what's the problem? I'm like, dude, I'm not going to give you $34 a month.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, don't you want to get guns off the street? I'm like, you can get guns off the street without my $34 fucking dollars, dude. It was like, it was just like those awkward interactions. But that's the part where I was like, if that happened to me, I'd be like, no problem, man. Take your, like, I would never fight for it. I'd always just be like, yeah, I get it. No problem.
I see. Yeah.
Like someone have to almost like beg to do it. No, please let me do it. And I'd be like, okay, well, I mean, sure, if you want. Like, it would be that thing. I would not.
That's actually so funny picturing you at like at a roundup for some MLM guys, and they're all talking about their leads, and they're just kind of going off on all this excitement about their downline, and then they get to you, and they're like, so Hunter, did you contact anyone this week? You're like, yep. They're like, how'd it happen? They just didn't want it, so.
Yeah, everybody had a lot of. Actually, they asked me some questions, and I had a couple of questions about the product in general too, because they kind of threw me for a loop. That's how it'd be. I'd be like, actually, I got some questions about this establishment kind of thing. That'd be. They're like, what? Just sell the product. I'm like, I wish I could. I feel like I'm getting swindled here.
Yeah, nah.
Is this a pyramid scheme?
Yeah. Some of the folks I spoke to this weekend said this might be bullshit, and I did my best to not be offended.
Yeah. A couple of strangers that had a lot of good things to say said I might be in a cult, and I just wanted to see. I just wanted to throw that on the floor and see if you guys had any objections to that.
Now, if I could just ask a question before you give me the sleepy time drink, I just have a few thoughts, and then.
Well, I wonder why selling knives was so popular. That's like the most parody thing. You know what I mean? It's people that go door to door selling knives. Yeah. How did they approach that? I want to sell you knives. Like if somebody showed up to your doorstep now with a bundle of knives, I feel like people would call the cops.
Yeah. Yeah, I think cutlery.
Ring doorbell.
Are we like talking about this seriously, or do we not give a shit? Because I'm genuinely thinking this through.
No, I'm legitimately curious. I want to know because they probably had it rolled up and tucked around their arm. And was it back in the day people are like looking through their peephole because they didn't have Ring doorbell cameras, or they're just like, oh fuck, it's another knife salesman.
No, man, they got it.
And also, I'd be like, oh, thank God, it's a knife salesman.
They got their back to the peephole, and they're just looking at
Yeah, it's like so clearly trying to hide something. Hey, my daughter was hit by a car. We need help. They answer the door. They're like, I'm just kidding. I have a 14-piece steak knife set. Hey, guys. We want to take a quick break to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Factor. With all the busy fall season just around the corner, you might be looking for wholesome, convenient meals for jam-packed days. Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit, can help you fuel up fast with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time, eat well, and stay on track with your healthy lifestyle.
You will. And with Factor, you can skip the extra trip to the grocery store and the chopping, prepping, cleaning up, too, while still getting the flavor and nutritional quality you need. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes, and all you have to do is heat and enjoy, then get back to crushing your goals. You know what that's like, crushing your goals. You can choose from over 34 weekly flavor-packed, dietitian-approved meals ready to eat in just 2 minutes.
Level up with gourmet plus options prepared to perfection by chefs and ready to eat in record time. Treat yourself to upscale meals with premium ingredients like broccoli, leeks, truffle butter, and asparagus. Too busy running around during the day to think about lunch? I know I am. Keep your energy up with lunch to go. Effortless, wholesome meals like grain bowls and salad toppers. Oh my God. Yum. I love that. That are ready to eat when you're ready to go. No microwave required. Or try delicious dietitian-approved calorie-smart meals with around or less than 550 calories per serving. They also have protein plus meals with 30 grams of protein or more per serving. You know me, I love watching my calories.
Round out your meal and replenish your snack supply with an assortment of over 45 add-ons, including breakfast items, or for an easy wellness boost, you love those.
I do love them.
Try refreshing beverage options like cold-pressed juices, shakes, and smoothies.
I love juices.
This August, get Factor and enjoy eating well without the hassle. Simply choose your meals and enjoy fresh, flavor-packed meals delivered to your door, ready in just 2 minutes. No prep, no mess. Head to factormeals.com/stretch50 and use code STRETCH50 to get 50% off. That's code STRETCH50 at factormeals.com/stretch50 to get 50% off.
I can't wait to start eating healthy.
Dude, did you know anyone that got roped into that in high school?
No, it was like there was a pyramid scheme thing about like people that would, it was like for painting houses though, but it was like a pyramid scheme in the way that they like, it was basically slave labor. Like they did not pay them. It was like per commission, which didn't make sense for like painting a whole house. It's like, that's an hourly job kind of thing.
That's crazy.
So it was like a weird, I remember I went to an interview for that and I was like, this doesn't make sense. So when do I get paid? Well, you get paid after you hit a quota. And I was like, wait, what? How long are the days? What the fuck? What kind of quota? What does that mean? It was like all these vague shit.
What genius came up with that?
That's what I'm saying though, dude. I wish I could run one of those. It'd be cool. I wish I was at the top of a pyramid scheme. That'd be awesome.
How many pyramid schemes did you interview for in your youth?
Just one. Just that one. And then I worked for McDonald's and other kind of like corporation stuff.
I only asked because I interviewed for one where it was they were reselling tickets to the Angels stadium. Like they were baseball tickets. It was like really
weird. They're trying to like make scalping look professional.
Yes. Yeah. And but they tried to frame it like, oh, we have a partnership with the Angel Stadium.
Yeah, they're like, I mean, we bought these seats verbatim through them for $16, but we're selling them for $50. And it's like, that's illegal. That's that's a scalping. It's like, no. The Angels know we're doing it. It's like, well, why wouldn't the Angels just sell it? All right. Well, are you trying to be a team player or not?
And I couldn't believe, like, just to that point, I couldn't believe how they strung me along. I like went for the interview and then I was smelling bullshit. But they had a good operation, man. They rented out a space in a legit building in Anaheim, like near the stadium. They had offices. Nice. It felt kind of real. And then they like go through the interview process and you can already tell like you're acing it. And like you should never feel like you're acing it that quickly.
Oh my God, I'm killing this right now. Holy shit.
Yeah. So then they invite you back for the second interview, and I looked up what the second interview was like, and people online were saying they put you in a fucking van. They make you get up in a suit. It's a requirement. You had to show up in a suit for the second interview. Then they throw you and like 7 other people in a van, and they fucking make you hit the street, and you're just peddling Angels tickets in a suit.
Oh my God. I thought you were going to say some Scientology shit where like they start checking your thetan levels and stuff like that or some bullshit.
No, I wish
you got an e-meter.
Cool, dude.
Holy fuck. No. So you didn't do the second interview?
No, because I looked that up and...
You're like, fuck that, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, part of me wishes I went through with it because that would have been like an insane story to tell. Like, not really, actually. There's nothing really special about that.
I just want to be the top guy that just says it works. It just works. Yeah. I want to be that guy and have people be like, okay, and they just believe it.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing I actually want. I just want to be a monster that's just like, it just works. It simply works. Don't know what I'm supposed to tell you. It works. It just does.
There's some people that are put on this earth to just be that.
You said Anaheim, and it got me thinking about Disneyland.
Oh yeah.
And lately,
yeah.
I've said this before on the podcast. I'll say it again, and probably in the future. I'm an avid enjoyer of cringe. I like watching videos that I find disgusting, depraved, sad, anything along the lines that gets me that good feeling of being like, I shouldn't be watching this. I'm hurting myself. Right?
Yeah.
I was watching this guy's channel, and he goes to Disney. I'm not going to say it, but he goes to Disney like every other weekend, and it's him.
Yeah, man.
And it's him gushing over everything. They gush over every single thing, and then you get to hear the weird controversies. It's just Disney adults are just so fascinating to me.
They are.
It's so fascinating. It's like it's a weird thing. It falls in the same realm of people who I think like hyper collect nostalgia items, but it's just literally Disney, which I think makes it a little more sad. I guess I don't know. I'm blown away though, dude. It's crazy. Hey, especially him talking about like it was the 100th anniversary of the Disney thing. He's going around. He's
that fucking
just the thing. Well, he's like celebrating the most magical media company on earth, and I'm like, yeah, the fucking monopolizing fucking monster that is Disney. But he was like looking around at the same sign, just 100 years of celebration. That's what it says. Yeah. And he's like, wow. I mean, that's just, look at that. It's magical. Look at it. And he keeps showing these different shots of it. And he's like, all right, now I'm going to say this, and I don't want people getting mad in the comments, but there's a controversy that these are 3D printed. And I was like, what kind of like controversy is that? Like, do you expect these signs to be, are they supposed to be made of pure silver? Are they supposed to be fucking like at 8:00 every day, we fend off the werewolves with these signs with pure silver kind of thing? Yeah. It was just fucking odd. But they're like giant signs.
So what was the controversy though? Like people.
Well, apparently people are pissed that they're 3D printed. I was like, who gives a fuck if it's 3D printed, dude?
What?
Like, these aren't real. I'm like, do you expect Disney to make 1,000 pure silver signs? Or what? I mean, like, that's just odd to me. Do you not like everything in that park is like plastic? It's fake. I mean, it's fake. You know, it's supposed to be. It's extravagant. It's weird. You know, whatever.
My favorite thing to do with Disney adults is, well, and I can't say not my favorite thing, but I enjoy looking up the family Disney vlogger channels, like where it's like clearly a Disney adult who tries to also sort of use their family as content, and it's this weird mix between the two genres. Man, those are fucking car crashes of like,
yeah. There's nothing really more gross than somebody that like uses their child as bait for YouTube.
Oh man.
It's honestly one of the most like disgusting. Like, it feels like smut. Like, it feels like a smut film. All right, Rebecca just got her Little Mermaid shirt. Rebecca shows it. She's like, hi.
Yeah.
He's like, wave at the camera. Wave. You know what I mean? Wave at the camera. She's like too far away, can't hear it. And he's like, she's being silly. And you know, as soon as that thing records, he's like, when I say fucking wave,
yeah,
I mean wave.
You know what's the best too is some of them they get a little glow up arc. There's a little success arc, and one channel I was watching recently, you could tell the views were good at a time.
Yeah.
So then the content pivoted to her going on expensive vacations without her husband.
Of course.
And her kids. It is just her and her girlfriend. Like, we're at Nobu Los Cabos.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa.
All right, so we just got done shopping at Louis Vuitton and Gucci. Yeah, dude. Rebecca just got a new pair of Rebecca, look, show off your new sandals. Yeah. Shows her for like half a second. She's just like, yeah, it's been beautiful out here, kind of thing. The only travel channels I really like watching is I like watching single men go to Vegas. It's my favorite thing ever. There's a series of YouTube channels where guys will go to Vegas, and he's just like, all right, we're down on Fremont, and they kind of like they put their fingers together like, we're down on Fremont, and I think I'm ready for a nice steak down here at the Golden Nugget, which has one of Vegas's best steaks. Let's go get it. And it's like really shitty B-roll, whatever. And at the end of the day, they always tell you how much they spent. Yep. So at the Golden Nugget, the steak, I spent $750, which is a bit excessive, but surely a once in a lifetime treat. They kind of do that kind of shit. I love it. Love it.
Yeah.
They also do like pool reviews. Paris, circa whatever the fuck it is, in Vegas has one of the best pools, and I would rate that 3 Bahama Mamas out of 4.
Yeah. No, the pool reviews are crazy. That's like the majority of the content. Even, once like regular people who don't travel to like extravagant places. I'm not trying to put travel vloggers up on a pedestal, but you know that there's a difference between like some dude who's fit who can like rock climb, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to Budapest with my girlfriend, and like it's shot super cinematic. The like the people who aren't that, just like regular people who go to fucking Vegas or go to some all inclusive resort. Pool reviews, I feel like, is 60% of the YouTube video. Like they'll go like, yeah, I'm checking out the adult pool today. It's got a margarita, $17.
What I love is that they all go there and they're like, it's the Excalibur pool is aged just like the Excalibur itself. It's no wind pool and it's no MGM pool, but needless to say, it's still one rock in time. That's what I like, is that the less extravagant they are, the more I'm like, I trust you with my life. Whenever people have the fancy B-roll and shit like that, I'm like, I don't trust anything you're saying. I like the guy who's just like, I went to this Brazilian place inside of the Bellagio Hotel.
Yeah.
It was a bit spicy for my liking, but their vanilla ice cream afterwards was divine. And then I went and I played one round of high stakes $25 like slots. And if they don't get it on the one swing, he's like, well, that's another 25 down the hole. But one day we're gonna get one sometime or whatever. It's like the least extravagant thing, but I love that they're just like, I'm in Vegas and I'm here to make content.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, damn it, you just said something about their rating systems always crack me up. Those are always mad funny. And whenever Alina wants to, like, I don't know, look up a restaurant, or if we've ever thought about going on vacation, she'll go like, you should look up what this hotel is like. I always look for a person like that who has the shittiest editing, who doesn't know what they're doing, because you can trust what they're saying because they don't know how to sell something. Like, they don't know how to
not
make something look
Not
good.
only do they not know how to sell something, that's a really good point, but also, like, if it looks good in their video, it's probably going to be pretty good then. Like, if it's nothing fancy and you're like, oh, it looks nice, then you're probably like, oh, that's probably going to be nice in real life.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because they're just doing like what their eyes see. They're not.
This room is
anything.
fairly big, and there is one bed. It's like that kind of thing. The windows are rectangular in shape, and there is one bar of soap. This is a pretty nice room in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, just if you've never like done a ton of traveling, just pro tip right here. Look for the YouTube channel that gets like 9 views per video. Yeah. And the dude, like 90% of the footage is like him holding the phone in front of his eyes.
Yeah.
It's like,
and no matter what, at one point in the video, they will walk in front of in front of a mirror to where you will see them holding it.
That's always
a nice double they're like a nice double vanity here. Exactly, the light on. Yeah, I should hear. Sorry for they always apologize too for like seeing them. Sorry about that. It's like, we've seen you the whole time. Sorry about that. I didn't want you.
It's really sad. No, it's really sad when they apologize for like there's like a tinge of apology because they think they're ugly.
Yeah, 100%.
Dude, that's all. 100%. That always crushes me when they're like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to."
Sorry about that. I'm not looking the
like,
best.
Oh,
they always
bro.
say some Diaga thing. Like, nah, dude, you're looking good.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
You're looking fine. It's fine.
It's your video. You can.
And then later in the night, you can tell they're comfortable on camera because like the guy, he did exactly that, right? He's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean that." And then later he's like, he like has a close up on his face only, and he's like, "Gonna go down to the gym, detox a little bit, and do whatever." And then it cuts to him, and it's full body because he's like, "All right, I'm looking good now." And he has like the most fucking obnoxious like blazer on, and once again it's like hitting again. He's like, "All right, Gonna treat myself out to Vegas's best sushi restaurant,
Oh my god, man.
Morocco Boko.
Yeah.
Morocco Boko is known for their atmosphere, their divine food, and crazy cocktails. Let's go look. And it's nothing but like B-roll, like really shaky cam B-roll. It's also like there's 2 lights on in the restaurant, so it's so dark. And his
Dude.
flashlight is like on, like so you can tell like a guy is like in the
It's on
fucking
the fucking food.
yeah, he's like in this dark fucking restaurant, just like recording shit exactly. And he's not saying a word, and he's just eating by himself. Oh, this is awesome. And the guy's like, "Are you here with anybody?" He's like, "No, it's just me."
I fucking love how they always comment on the atmosphere. It's like
Oh,
it's one of their top 5 words.
yeah. They never say vibe. They're always just like insanely chill atmosphere
Yeah.
and great music, great live music, perfect for date night atmosphere. But I also like whenever they have a negative review. Usually, almost every time when at least the Vegas people, they're almost always happy with everything.
Yeah.
There's only been a couple times where the guy's like, he's like, "Well, I just got back from Mishu Pishu, and needless to say, I'm a tad underwhelmed. The salmon was a little rubbery, the rice not nearly buttery enough, but the cocktails were still on point. I don't think I'll be returning anytime soon, but I hope them the best, or like, but I wish them the best." It's like always like something where it's like letting them down gently. It's
Yeah.
so nice.
Sorry, what's it? I sent this text.
Yeah, that shit's really funny. You know what's weird though too lately is like I feel like in the grand scheme of like everything, I'm not a big. I don't take a lot of vacations, and it's not even necessarily because I'm like, God, I'm just such a workhorse. It's hard for me to take vacations. It's mostly I just don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to have to spend time to go anywhere. Like if I have any time off, I'd rather just like hang out at home, do something around the house, make something at home, that kind of thing.
Yeah. No,
But because of these, I swear to God, because of these Vegas YouTube channels, I've been to Vegas probably 3 times in the last 2 years. I'm going in September even. I'm going in September, and I turned 30 years old this year. And for my dirty 30, I was like, do I go to Vegas?
Wow. I was just there this weekend.
What? Why?
My boy who kills it on slots, he was going out there to kind of run up his points and preserve his status, and he got like a ton of just like a ton of perks. So he's like, come out this weekend. So I was there for like, like a day and a half. It wasn't super long, but
Well, I know it's not that far from LA either, so that's like not that bad of a trip.
nah, it's a quick jump. But I'm just laughing because Vegas is the most friendly to those, like to the single travel guy,
Oh, absolutely.
There's
Well, they know
just
that
so
they're just going to rake you over the coals. So they're just like, they know that those are the good customers too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because those are the ones that'll be like, I'm going to do the $900 steak as a treat.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. No one's here to tell me no. The problem is, I bet everybody hates couples. If you're a couple in Vegas, you're going to get in a fight at one point. You will get in a fight at some point over an argument over something stupid.
Yep.
It's bound to happen. In your bones, it's bound to happen. I like Vegas because I can stay at a craps table. I like craps a lot. I play craps a lot. Craps and blackjack, but I like craps a lot. One, because I know at some point I'm going to get in some kind of friendly banter with somebody who's not from this country. And I like that. Especially in Vegas. Usually a lot of Asian guys. There's a lot of Asian people in Vegas.
Oh man, Aria, the Asian folks are there. I had a Asian guy next to me at the poker table. Me and him, he was like a caricature, I think, of what like
Easy.
what. I mean, I'm just saying. I think he's like a caricature of what like a jovial Asian man would be in people's minds in like a 90s cartoon or something. Everything made him laugh. Even when he would just go all in and lose all his money, he would laugh. And he and I were just chuckling with each other and like making all these jokes. And he and I were making fun of the table for being like kind of dry and not having fun. And I'm like, this guy rules. He was like,
This guy gets it, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta have because usually at the table, a craps table, the best craps table you can ever be at is there's one extremely old guy who looks like he's on the verge of death. That's gonna be your best dice roller. The guy's gonna roll the best. Extremely talkative Asian man, extremely drunk guy who's here with his wife and she's asleep, so finally he's got to let loose a little bit. Yeah. Those are the 3 key ingredients. The rest of the table can be whatever the fuck you want it to be, but Also like craps too, because in Vegas, especially Vegas, if you're betting and gambling on the floor, you get free drinks. So I'll go to like the cheapest table minimum, just throw it down there and hope that it's a long roll and have like 3 drinks per thing. So I'm just getting shit faced for like 5.5 hours sitting at this craps table, just shooting the shit with like these complete degenerates. I like that kind of thing. I like banter. I like a nice banter between people. Yeah, people at blackjack and shit get way too upset and heated and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, really? Are you again with this? God, really again? Fuck."
I mean, this guy next to me at the poker table, he would like, he like went all in on a hand, and then he lost all his money because the other guy had like a better card, and God damn it, he had like the best reaction to it. He just went, "Oh, so you did have it," and he just smiled and pulled out more money. I went, "Dude, this guy's
the king,
like,
the king of kings."
I have to call out the coolest poker player ever, Scotty Wynn.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
No, I look him up. Scotty Nguyen, Scotty Wynn.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna do that right now, but maybe I'll do it soon.
No, Ovi, can you throw him on the dude? He wears these gold chains. He's always got tinted glasses. If you're lucky, this man will be in a suit. Just something. Oh, dude, he always uses the word "baby" as he's speaking. He's like, he to me is the coolest version of poker. Everyone else is like some serious balding guy that like calculates the odds and shit. Scotty Wynn is like, "Hey baby, give me a drink, and I'm gonna raise heavy all night long." Like he's just dope. Like I just love him.
So stupid. God, there's nothing really more fucking pathetic and dumb than like professional poker players. It's like it's literally like the most like fucking waste of life on the planet. Honestly.
Oh, dude.
Honestly, I'm here to bet big and win big. It's like, fuck off, dude. God. Honestly, I don't think you have, especially like the banter at the table. It's the most annoying fucking thing. What are you gonna do? You gonna slow roll us all day?
Yeah.
I didn't know you had pocket aces over there.
I love when poker players lose a hand and they have to try and big dick you. Like they just can't accept that they lost, so they have to big dick you by knowing the odds. Like,
all right, so what you have an ace jack, right? Yeah, probably have an ace jack. Of course you have it. You always have it, don't you?
As they're getting their money raked away from them.
Yeah, I knew he had it too, but I decided to go in on it anyways because you never know.
Just like, shut the fuck up, man. You
so
lost $100. Just get over it. They
all look so fucking. There's never been one attractive poker player. They're all just like they're just fucking lizard people. It's like all these fucking slimy.
I'm gonna make an argument for one guy.
Who?
It's debatable. I'm not saying
you're like Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis. Nah, Patrick Antonius. Look this guy up, man.
Patrick Antonius? That's a fucking name.
This guy's crazy looking, man.
That's a crazy name, dude. Patrick Antonius. That's like a fucking Spartan warrior or some shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. He
My name is Patrick Antonius.
It's debatable, right?
He's a fucking like thumb. He's a buff thumb.
It's like, that's why I said it's debatable. I'm not saying it's like a hook, line, sinker.
I mean, look at the 20+ minutes there. He looks like he's in a fucking convict outfit. Doesn't he look like he just got out of prison? 20 minutes with the fucking poker table massacre himself.
Yeah. The guy who murdered everyone in a casino.
Yeah,
Patrick Antonius.
Not that guy, the other one.
Yo, he's getting a head rub.
There's like the pathetic guy that everybody hates, Phil, whatever his name is.
Phil Ivey. Oh, bro, Phil.
Not Phil Ivey. It's like Phil Mickelson. No, it's right. Phil Mickelson, maybe. No, that's a fucking golfer guy. Phil.
It's Phil
type
Ivey.
in Phil poker player.
Oh no. Phil Hellmuth.
Yeah,
sorry,
Phil Hellmuth.
sorry.
There you go. There it is.
How could I confuse these two wildly different people? Ivy is the man.
Yeah, I know people. He looks like you know what Phil Hellmuth always looks like to me? He always looks like the guy from God, this is such a fucking stupid reference. Kevin Smith had this show called like Comic Book Men or something. It was like basically Pawn Stars except for comics. He looks just like the guy who runs that shop. I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't even know why the fuck I said it.
Bro, I feel like you need to do a tune on Phil Hellmuth, or like a character based off Hellmuth.
I fucking hate when people say that to me. You know how much that fucking rubs me the wrong way.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
You know what I mean?
I'm sorry.
It must have been the same thing of like you should do a Vine on this. You know what I mean?
Vine? Oh, shut up, dude.
Or I meant back in the day when it was like a thing where you're like, oh, that's my thing I do. You know what I'm talking about? Or you should do it. That's cringe on this.
Fair. Okay.
That kind of
that's
shit.
Fair. That's fair.
I'm not upset. I just hate you.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't know, man. I feel like he is a person. You know, I just say a tune because like, your channel is like the most ripe and ready for anything like narrative based. So I feel like out of anyone between us two, you can do something that builds off a character.
I see.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just feel like Hellmuth is also, I can see you doing his voice.
What does his voice sound like?
Just man, it's gonna like butcher it. It's
That's
like that. It's basically that high pitch, like a couple registers down from that like high pitched complaining shit. Like that is him.
Try it.
Hellmuth is like what's he gonna do? He's gonna raise me on a river with pocket jacks. Yeah right. And then the person does it, and he's like,
yeah. He always stands up. That's one thing I've noticed with him. He always stands up and like has to walk away.
Of course, it's never my luck. It's never my luck.
Thing too about a good cartoon character is you never want to give him the exact voice. If it sounds exactly like him, it's never as fun as if it kind of sounds like him. That's way funnier.
Fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair.
So if anything, you'd want to push it even more and be like,
Oh, God, really? He really has it? Oh, God, okay, well, fine.
you know what I mean?
Okay, fine, Jesus Christ. Of course he's going to have the ace jacks. God, my
dude,
luck. My luck every time. Fuck.
I feel bad that I committed your cardinal sin, man. I advised you do a tune.
No, I mean, it's not Carlson. I just thought it'd be interesting banter. You know how many email I get? I probably get 15 emails a day about people being like, dude, I have a great idea.
Yeah.
And their idea is like, dude, Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
Dude, like Nick E30 or whatever that Fortnite guy is. Dude, you gotta do Nick E30.
Yeah.
You gotta do KSI. It's that kind of stuff. And it's like you're just saying subjects. What do you want out of it?
Yeah.
Dude, if you do, it'd be crazy. It'd be wild, man. That kind of shit.
Oh man. Yeah. Anyways,
Talk to Me comes out this week, and it's gonna be fucking awesome. So you guys got to go see Talk to Me.
Shout out to the boys, man. I don't know them personally.
The Racka Boys. I'm telling you right now, it's like I saw it, and it was on the same level of like when I first saw Hereditary for the first time. That's still A24, so it doesn't matter. It's amazing, and also it's incredible too because it's bridging that divide between YouTubers making content and Hollywood. Yeah. And that line is so arbitrary in general now, where it's like independent people are so talented. Like, there's so many fucking amazing channels I follow where I'm like, this is better than anything I've seen in Hollywood. In a long. James Lee is a great one. James Lee is a phenomenal animator, but his compositing work is so beautiful, and he's been doing it for so long. It's really, really, really good. Also, probably my favorite YouTube channel right now is this guy called Funky, capital Funk and then lowercase e. He probably has one of the most stylized and impressive animation channels, and he's so thorough with his speaking abilities, and just like his art direction is incredible. Those are just two channels that I'm always blown away by. But Funky's and so good. It's completely underrated. But the whole thing with Rocka bridging that divide is you're seeing this thing now too, where it's like proof is happening. Like it's an undeniable proof where it's like these fucking old heads who are like, oh, YouTuber people, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be this thing where it's like, oh, Hollywood's like the fucking, it's not even comparable to these people doing things independently, because also people independently don't have all the resources in the world, so they'll fight harder for things. Yeah. Like I forgot what it was, but I think this animation company or this network was like, we're moving forward. We're not doing any original IPs. We're only going to do existing IPs is what they said.
Crazy.
and they're like, we don't want to take a risk on something new. And it's like, what a fucking horrible way.
Yeah.
Like as a consumer, you're like, wow, that's like super, super sad. Like it's like totally unimaginative. And it's like, I can't wait for the future of your company to be absolutely dog shit.
Yeah, I mean, what sucks is, well, not sucks, but all these big studios, man, they just kind of feel like entitled to shit, I think, because they own all this crazy IP from like way back, and they can just always fall back and say, well, we can just redo this and milk it and, make this much money and blah, 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 blah.
Well,
blah.
why wouldn't you? The thing is, like, why wouldn't you feel that way? The problem is they have billions of dollars to work with. So they're like,
Oh, yeah,
well, nobody has that. But the problem is that people feel more connected with these independent creators, and they feel also these independent creators are doing more artistic things that are more captivating. They're funnier, like independent, like there's no I mean, obviously there's been no comedy movies, but like people like going directly to someone's YouTube channel and like watching their podcast or like watching their stand-up special or something.
Yeah.
People like going,
I don't think like, yeah.
I know you're not advocating for it. I'm just saying, I think it's just like, I think the viewers are going to also feel the same. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, that's my next point is I think what they don't get is that all they do is like younger people just see like a bastard version of something that was cool once, and then you can only do that for so long until people just go, yeah, everything that is made by this fucking stinks, and then they inevitably turn to I think more captivating shit. At least I like to hope. Maybe that's naive to say, but it feels that way. Like it feels like that's what's motivating a lot of A24 successes. I do think there has to be like a large group of people that are like, I'm sick of all this shit. I need something that like doesn't blow chunks.
I don't think that people are sick of fucking. I think that people are just like, I just want a new story. I want to go to the theater and see something new.
Yeah, it's a better way of putting it.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
I'll be with all of the people clapping my hands if they just gave me something completely different or something that like you're like, oh, that's sweet. I didn't expect this.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that's just me. And people are gonna get mad again, Noel, because people don't like when we talk about movie stuff. Did you know that? Did you know? I see all the comments by people being so rude and so they don't like us talking about boring movie stuff. And shame on them is what I say.
Oh, is that what they say?
Shame on you.
I wish they'd get out the fucking boring movie stuff.
But it's all I love. It's all the only thing that brings me happy.
What would be a compelling story for you?
One, it needs to be obnoxious and funny, like having a full penetrative sex scene.
All right.
And then it turns into like a rom-com, like kind of like thing.
Okay.
Except like they're talking to each other, or she can talk regular, but he kind of like grunts and shit. So it's them having a buddy rom-com where it's them. It's literally just, except I think it would be funny.
Okay. I like that.
If we're talking about regular IP things.
Yeah.
Or you do, except everybody calls him racist, and there's really nothing there. He's an old man. He's in his old man form, like at the end of where
he's just getting canceled after all the shit he did.
Yeah, he's just like, what the fuck are you looking at? And he says some crazy shit.
Yeah.
And it's about him trying to regain the public, even though people don't even know him as he's just this old crazy guy.
So it's
can't use any of the deals.
Oh yeah. Put a bleep over that. Yeah. But it's kind of like that. Yeah, okay, that's fun. What else could we do? I'm trying to think of one that's fun.
Nothing. Because this bit's going to be censored.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Oh yeah, we can't. Oh yeah, you're right. Damn it. We can't even use fuck.
Oh, we do have listener questions.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's vibe with some of those.
I'd love to actually see. This is a point where I get to comment with people down there, and I hope you grab their YouTube name so I could, I could say their YouTube name and not their actual name. I want to have a person that's name like Lucky Duck 76.
Nah, man. Okay, here's one. Hunter.
How'd you see that? Where's that at? Oh, I see. Okay, cool.
No, question number one. Hunter.
And Noel.
No, it's just Hunter. When and how long does it last when you become Ming? Can you comment on that?
Oh, I see. I guess technically 8 hours, but that time period is it's all jaded. It's all sleep time, right? So
Right.
at times it felt like years or days, but realistically, I'd say it's 8 to 10 hours, depending on how much I sleep.
Got it. Okay. All right. That's good. All right. Here's another one. For Hunter and Noel, I've been struggling to be creative recently. I love to write, but work drains my energy all day, and I don't want to look at a computer screen again later in the day when I could just fuck off and game or watch a movie. How do you think I should go about reigniting a spark and get my creative stuff to feel less like work? I think you should get drunk, man.
Damn, dude. Nah, okay, that's a straight to the fucking jugular answer, dude. Damn.
I think you should get fucking wasted, man.
Anyways, how do you think I should go about reigniting a spark? Well, one, I don't know. I mean, God, I don't know. Are these boring? Is this boring?
A little bit. That's why I was kind of being, I think you should do some coke, man, at work.
All right, so this one's for Noel. How has bullying experience in adolescence informed your life now as an adult artist?
How is bullying how is bullying
In your adolescence, and when you were a bully, when you were a kid, how has that informed your life now as an adult, as like an artist?
I think actually, to be serious about this, I'm always like telling Hunter ideas I have for short films, and a lot of them center around youth. And Hunter actually asked me once, he said, why do you think you write a lot of stories about youth? And I never actually thought about it. And I think I finally have an answer, which is, I think my youth felt like incomplete in ways. So sometimes I think I write stories about youth who have had incomplete upbringing, or maybe a version of youth that I kind of romanticize, like, oh, if I had this in my youth, I may have become this. But I think bullying has just informed my art. Like, I just think I think fat people are funny. How about that?
That's true. That's just science.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I thought that was nice.
Did you get bullied, Hunter? Did you ever get bullied?
Hell no, dude.
Did you do the bullying?
I was like that Audio Slave song. I am not your broken wheel. I am the highway.
Got it.
That's me.
Here's one, man. Is it wrong to look at a step-aunt as hot?
Is it wrong to look at a step-aunt as hot? Hell no, dude. That's window shopping. You can look at whatever. But just know God judges you.
Yeah.
I say that, dude. Ain't nothing wrong with window shopping. But just know the only person that knows your thoughts is you and God. If you can settle that with the big man upstairs, then go ahead, but the shit'll eat at you.
Could you imagine seeing your hot aunt in heaven and you look at Jesus and you're like, I mean, come on, dude. And Jesus is like,
I don't look at Jesus. I talk with Jesus telepathically, and I'm just like, I'm about ready to get a slice of that. That's what I think in my head. I look at that old girl like a little pecan pie, and I'm like, uh-oh. Yeah, I look at my aunt like a Weight Watchers countdown. I'm like, I think I'm about ready to get over my points.
Jesus is like, yo, Hunter, chill, bro. Don't
He's
do
like,
it.
dude, easy.
Bro, you're making me make hard decisions, bro. Come on.
You're getting
don't
warm.
do it, man.
You're getting warm.
Come on, man. It's heating up in here, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's fucking hot, man.
Come on, bro. Chill out. Here's a good one, bro. This one's for you. About to move to Kansas City for college. Any advice for navigating this new city?
About to move to Kansas City for college. Any advice for navigating the city? Okay, first off, one, why would you move to Kansas City? And then two, no, dude, I don't know. You're gonna be in the city. Drive around. If you're gonna go right, if your map says go right, take a left and see where that takes you. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to say.
Yeah.
Right?
I was thinking you have some more niche advice. You and your lady should attempt to a covert little finger bang at Up Down or something.
Yeah, finger bang at an arcade.
Yeah.
Finger your girlfriend's pussy at an arcade, dude. Especially after you've been clicking all the buttons and digging through your token cup. Yeah, then be like, I want to give you mercury poisoning.
Yeah.
Is what you say to her. Call yourself the broken thermometer. That's my fucking advice. There you go.
See?
Do you think it's fair to manipulate and lie to people to get what you want? That's probably one for you, Noel.
Yeah, I mean, I lie to Hunter all the time.
He does lie to me a lot.
You know, I'm like, dude, you're my best friend. Let's do this podcast together. And then I just let him.
That's exactly what happened.
Then I let him be funny, and I'm like, thanks, man, and I hang up.
Yeah, cash that check.
Get that big man on the camera.
Do you think it's what? Do you think it's what is it again? You keep scrolling away. I can't read it. What was the other one? What was it again?
Oh, you got to chill. Hunter has not read since like 4th grade. You got to.
That's true. I lie and say I read sometimes. Do you think it's fair to manipulate and lie to people to get what you want?
No,
right,
wait.
First off,
funny when I said I read that book. That was such a crazy idea to you. You're like, you fucking read. You were like mad. You're like, you read recently.
what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What book?
And I was talking about, like, I read some book about, like, it was like some book that was like recommended to me about like narcissism, and you were like, you read recently?
Okay, first off, you're mischaracterizing what I was saying. You said it in a way where you're like, yeah, I like read a lot, and I actually read that.
No, you're mischaracterizing.
Book. No. You were like, yeah, it's actually funny because out of all the books I read a lot, and all the books I read that one. It was like that vein. And I was like, you read that? That's what I was saying.
No, dude, no. You know, you're misrepresenting me. I just said, I've attempted to read recently, and I was diving into this book, and Hunter was like, "Oh, you read recently? Okay, that's exactly
all right. Sure, Buckaroo. Yeah, Mr. Phoenix Online over here, Mr. Smarty Pants.
Yeah.
Do you think it's fair to manipulate and lie to people to get what you want? Obviously, it's fucking wrong. If you do that, you're a bad person.
Yeah, man.
All right, don't fucking do that. It's not cool. Hey, unless your lady be looking kind of bad, then you should probably tell her she be looking good.
Yeah.
Right, Noel?
Nice, dude. Nice. What do you mean, right, Noel?
Well, you're my friend here. I thought that you would back me up.
No, I'm gonna let you stand on that one.
Hey, don't scoff at that answer.
No, you got it.
Okay.
No, you got it. No, that's all you, man. Well, you killed it with that one.
College tips for a transfer student. This is a good one. I got this one. First day, go up to the biggest guy and punch him in the face and assert your dominance. I've heard that does well.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, preferably a football player or something like that. I think really just, carry over any like high school political moves into college. Anything you could do with adults.
If you're going to any school, especially high school, go up to any fucking idiot wearing a varsity jacket or some bullshit where he's like, oh, I play on the football team. Mm-hmm. Go up and kick him as hard as you can in the back of his fucking kneecap and then headbutt him.
Yeah.
And then be like, what's that look like, bitch? So you say like that. Yep. Make an enemy out of everybody. You want to be the scary kid. If I can give anybody any advice to fit in, everybody likes the scary kid. You want to be people that they refer to them as like Dark Lord and shit. You want to be that guy. And wear a lot of black and like black trench coats and like punch shit. Just like punch anything.
Yeah.
Go to that fucking industrial grade brown paper towels they have in school.
Yeah.
Like almost cut your hand because they're so fucking cheap.
Yeah.
And just punch those as hard as you can.
Oh, and at all times walk really fast.
Yeah.
Just
walk really fast, but don't move your arms.
Yeah. Walk really
and carry
fast.
and carry the thickest binder that you possibly can. Yeah. Put as many books into a binder as you possibly can. And basically sprint walk to your classes.
Sprint walk and have a long backpack.
And I don't care if you need one or not, wear like precise glasses. Like very very rectangular glasses.
Yeah, have a backpack that looks like you could fit golf clubs in it.
Yeah. Show up to school every day with a large a large duffel bag that people use for gym equipment, like coaches use to carry like a bunch of footballs. Carry that forever and always have it be extremely full.
Yeah.
And put like metal pipes in it and shit so when it drops on the ground it like clanks and shit like that. Be that guy. That's good advice, dude. That's really good advice.
If you
when people look at it,
No, I was gonna say, if you have a little money, like, you know, if you can afford a little more than a duffel bag, preferably like a long Pelican case. Keep all your homework and your books in a really long Pelican case.
And if anybody looks at it or makes a comment on it, you get really mad. You get really fucking aggressive with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll be the most popular kid in school, man. Everyone's gonna fuck with you, man.
We got probably time for one more, Noel. So you pick the last one.
Hunter, please eat my fucking pussy. Whoa.
Okay, I got one for you then. If you're taking too long, wait, scroll back up. Why'd you? All right, there we go. Wait, go scroll back down. Self-help advice. There you go. Do one of those, Noel.
How do you know if your humor crosses boundaries without people telling you?
Has it happened? Let me read that again. How do you know if your humor crosses boundaries without people telling you? Has it happened? Let me tell you something. Happens a lot. Okay? How do you know it happens? Nobody laughs and it gets very uncomfortable. If people don't smile after that, or they do like, and they do that, or they touch their arm, it means they're uncomfortable. And you should probably think about what you said. Did you make a joke about having sex with a dog? That's probably a no-no. That's probably a friend with you. That's a joke with you and the boys, right? You don't want to be saying that if you work at Olive Garden, last thing you want to do is go to your other waiters and be like, oh, look at that dog. I'd fuck the shit out of that dog, which that's not even a joke. So you need to reassess your friendship with people.
Yeah. You know. Yeah, I think Hunter got it. I was just thinking if I could add anything, but I got nada.
Also, sounds aren't funny, and like personal jokes that you have do not translate over to other people. If you go up to people and you do, and that's funny to you and your friends, people are gonna be like, "That's really fucking annoying." Okay.
Yo, can we nightcap like on that note? Okay, I was just playing fucking Counter-Strike earlier today, and someone played "It Wasn't Me" by Shaggy, and then
it wasn't me.
And so someone mocks the beginning of Shaggy's verse, right? They mock his accent. Yeah.
That one? Right.
So his timing on it was pretty good, right? It was good timing, and everyone in the game laughed.
Nice.
Then the person who played the song kept playing it through their mic, and the dude kept trying to do the bit over and over. And he kept doing it until someone acknowledged it, and it very rapidly descended into no one acknowledging him.
Yeah. He sit there, it's like a... And he's like, don't worry, guys, I'm coming back in.
Yeah.
Says that during the deal. He's like, you know, kind of, and the thing too is you get nervous and you laugh a little bit because you know it's not landing. You're like, and you're like, that's that painful silence, dude.
Yeah.
There's like never a more painful silence than when something doesn't land and it's like a collective group of silence.
Yeah.
It's a fucking knife straight through your heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, Noel, what an amazing episode of Stretch and Fade this week, right?
What? I thought it was good.
I thought this is probably a crowd pleaser.
You don't think so?
I said I liked it.
Oh, like I couldn't tell if you were being sarcastic, man.
No, not at all. I think that this is a really good episode.
I can't see your face, so I'm just like trying
I'm looking at the camera. It's not a big deal.
Oh, I can't, I can't see you.
Well, do you have any other like last words for the audience here?
Hunter loves you.
Why are you speaking on my behalf? So you're not talking about you.
I love you guys.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love and appreciate everyone that tunes into the show.
I feel like I've said my piece. I feel like the viewers know how I feel.
Yeah, I mean, you could,
Well, everybody, we will catch you next time on another episode of Stretch
and Fade.
Hey!
Yeah, dude, it's good.